Welcome back to our channel Key to Band 8 IELTS. Yesterday I told you about writing task and speaking. So today I am going to tell you about writing task 1 for academic students. Let's come. First of all, in writing task 1, as I told you above that there is a bar graph, line graph, pie charts or diagrams or process chart or maps, right? So first of all, these tips are for all types of maps, right? First of all, you got 1 hour for full writing. So you have to just spend 20 minutes on this task. 20 minutes, okay. 5 minutes take for planning, 15 minutes for writing and 2 minutes for rechecking. Rechecking is very important because when you write, you are a writer, but when you proof check, means when you read after writing, you become a reader and you can find out your own mistakes by yourself. Now coming to, you have 4 body paragraphs. First is introduction, which includes 2 to 3 lines. Second is body paragraph 1, which includes 6 to 8 lines, and we can start it with initially or to begin with. Then is body paragraph 2 with 6 to 8 lines, and you can use any of the connectors like however, moving further, and I will discuss about this in detail in upcoming video. And then is your conclusion, like what you conclude, what you can see in the paragraph. Basic things what you have to see in the paragraph is which thing is going higher, which thing is going stable, and which is going down, right? So that you can represent it. Now coming to the tips which you have to take care, that what you have to keep in mind while writing task 1 is that no assumptions. In writing task 1, whatever is represented, whatever is the image is given to you, you don't have to make any assumptions from your side, right? Then no use of personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are I, we, you, they, their. You can't use that because when you use this pronouns like I think is this, no, you are already given the thing, you just need to represent it. So no need to use your personal pronouns and no assumptions of your own. Next is correct tenses. Tenses must be very correct. If the paragraph, if the data is given as in past and you are writing in present, so obviously it's full wrong. Then avoid repetition. Repetition you have to avoid because if you will use synonym, you will have a good impact on examiner that you know about things, right? So don't repeat words. Coming to next thing is starting phrases and connectors. When you have to write another thing, what you can use connectors in addition, moreover, however is for contrasting thing. So you have to use connectors and you have to use some phrases which we will discuss in upcoming video in detail. Next is tenses. Now coming to tenses, when there is an active tense, subject, second form of verb, object, the data rose, right? In passive, object, was-were, third form of verb and subject, the data was risen. Then in the perfect, subject had, verb form and then object, data has risen. So you have to keep these things in your mind. In coming to the verb form like was-were, this is the second form. So the data decreased, data increased and data inclined. So this was all about your first tips and tricks about the task 1. Now we will do this task in detail. First type of task, that is bar chart. So now look at this example. As you can see, this is a bar chart. So first read the question. The chart shows the average hours of unpaid work per week done by people in different categories. Different categories here are married women and married men, right? And here the unpaid work refers to activities such as child care, home care and household work, right? So this is the unpaid work which is done, right? Coming to the graph, first we have to write the introduction, right? Introduction. When we come to introduction, we have to do paraphrasing. Now look at this question. The chart shows the average hours. The chart, you can paraphrase this. The chart, you can turn this thing into the graph shows. Yeah, the graph depicts. The graph shows, the graph depicts, or graph illustrate, right? Shows the average hours of per week done by people in different categories, and categories are here. So what you can do is your representation matter in task 1, because data is already given. Anyone can represent data in simple way. This is belong to this data belong to this person, this data belong to this person. But this is very simple, and we have been doing this thing in class 10th or 11th. We have been reading this thing in mathematics. So here in IELTS, why they have given this thing? They want to see a representation, how you can use good words. Like if you have to use the word increase, you can use dramatically increase, yeah, upsurge. So there are various vocab words, and we'll do that also. So right now I'm just explaining you how you have to write in task 1, like introduction, body paragraph 1, 6 to 8 lines, body paragraph 2, right, if needed, because your word limit is 150 to 200, and if you can see that bar graph is very small and you can cover in 1 BP, that's also fine, right? Now, so coming to the introduction, the graph, you can write the bar graph shows or depicts data between married men and women of the number of hours spent per week on unpaid work, right? Unpaid work, as I told you, here is the household activities, because women's or men's, they are not paid for the household work, right, if they do. So you can say the graph shows data between married men, right, and women of the number of hours. This is the hours they have spent doing the unpaid work per week. So as you can see, this is a different, and we have just used the synonym. We have just paraphrased the introduction. Now coming to the body paragraph 1. In body paragraph 1, you have to explain the data. So this is the married men. You can see this is the married men, and married women this. As you can see, when you have no children, when married men and women have no children, hours spent doing unpaid work or household activity by men is just 20 hours, right, and women 30 hours. When moving further, when they have 1 to 2 children, their responsibility increase, right? So women is spending more than 50 hours in doing household work, that is the unpaid work, and the men is spending the same, because responsibility come more in women as in our Indian societies, and men is doing the same hours, right? Coming to with 3 plus children. So when there are 3 or more children, responsibility of women increase double, right? So she is spending 60 hours of unpaid work, and men is spending again 20 hours. So you can say there is a stable number of hours spent by men on the unpaid work, and women graph increase according to children, right? So this you can explain in body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. That is on you, like how much you want to explain in body paragraph 1 and how much you want to do in body paragraph 2. If you want to explain this two thing in body paragraph 1 and this separately in body paragraph 3, that's okay, right? Your word limit should not exceed 150 to 200 words. Now coming to overall. Overall is what you can overview from this data, right? We can overview that married women with 3 or more children spend highest number of hours. You can see highest number of hours, yet married women from all the categories spend a dramatically higher number of hours for unpaid work than married men. First they are saying that this is highest, but then they are saying if we see overall that women is spending more hours in each category than men, and that is a dramatically higher. So this is kind of a synonym, this is kind of a vocab verb, right? So you have to use such type of vocab, right? So you can improve your task 1. And there are many other types like the line graph and pie chart that we will discuss in upcoming video. And I hope you just understood how you have to represent the data in the task 1. So if you like the video and if you have a clear understanding that how we can represent, please like the head button and subscribe our channel Key to Band 8 IELTS. Thank you so much.